When I was married, people all the time would be like, you guys are goals, you guys are goals. We had been together since we were young, we had 5 kids, we had like all the things, right? It just seemed like we had everything going on for ourselves. And I would always tell people, stop making us your goals, because I knew what was happening behind closed doors. I knew that I was struggling mentally. I was going through alcoholism. I had dealt with my husband cheating on me, all these things. Like, I just already knew, like, stop idolizing me. You don't want your relationship to look like this. Of course, we weren't going to broadcast it because that's our business, and we were going through all the things. And of course, when you step out in public, you're going to be well dressed. You're not gonna walk into church telling everybody your problems. You're not gonna do that. You're just not. So is this situation with Kristy, the influencer, filing for divorce because her husband committed infidelity. It's not surprising to me. I mean, them specifically, yes, that's surprising. I love them. I think they're so cute. But also, you just don't idolize couples for this reason. You just don't. Because then they don't get to be human. They don't get to be human, and then they don't get to go through their experience the way normal people would, because all these high ass expectations the outside world has of them. And then they don't get the support they truly need, because people have all these inflated fantasies about them, and because your life now doesn't look like how they wanted to perceive it, then you end up just losing a lot of people, or disappointing people, right? But why would we ever just not let our favorite celebrities just be human and just experience their own marriage the way that they? And how about you just like only make your relationship your goals? Because when you do that, when you start making other people's relationship your goals, you're literally setting yourself up to be disappointed, because they're human. As far as Kristy goes, like, I'm so happy that she decided to put her self-worth first. That I knew she had self-love, so of course she's not going to be able to sustain herself in a marriage that's not valuing her, right? As a wife, you do try. I don't know any details of the infidelity. I know when it came to me, I stayed for years after, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I was literally like going down. I was dwindling. Okay, I was drinking a lot of shit just to numb my thoughts, numb my pain. And you just never know how the most irritating thing is when people are like, oh, can't you just forgive? Can't you try to work it out for the kids? Like, you don't know what she's done to try to work it out and what has brought her to this point. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say all that and say, don't be idolizing people's relationships, because you just never fucking know. Yeah, I cringe when people say relationship goals. I don't overanalyze any couple, because I'm just like, oh, they're cute, and then I move on. I don't have any more thoughts after that, because just because you're cute don't mean you're not human and you're not experiencing life experiences. And I think that people in general need to like give other people grace, to just, because that's why people stay in marriages longer than they even care to, because they're so like caught up in what other people, the outside world, is going to think, and how they'll be torn apart, and like what it's going to do to them. It's really shitty. Like, you have to get to a point of not giving a fuck and not caring about what other people think, to even like go that route and file those papers and do what you need to do. So once that person has actually got there, baby, everything you say don't really matter, because they already went through that whole process. So now it's gonna look like people falling off, and no longer having the same circle, because if you don't agree with that person, that's just what it is. They have to be sane. They have to heal from this, grieve. So anyway, I my best thoughts and prayers to that couple, and you guys, stop idolizing people for real. Stop idolizing couples. Stop saying couples goals. Work on your own relationships. Do what you need to do to make sure that your relationship is goals for yourself. Okay, for yourself, because it might not be goals for somebody else, because people are different. Everybody, what could be cheating to some could be like just an open ass relationship to another. So just go off your own standards, your own goals, and do you. Stop saying couples goals. Can we stop saying that? Because it's cringy as fuck. Okay, bye.